Can you believe that a 30-minute podcast episode can actually be trimmed down in mere seconds without you having to lift a single finger? If you have a few minutes to spare, I want to show you exactly how to save hours of tedious manual editing in your creative workflow. To get started, you will need a reliable non-linear editor like Premiere Pro or DaVinci Resolve, plus multi-track recordings of your video and audio. There are many tools on the market today, so I am going to walk through a few popular options and then highlight where Vizard fits into the mix. Let us jump into Premiere Pro, where the timeline is already set up with 3 video tracks, including a wide shot and individual host and guest cameras. Below those video tracks, we have our audio channels, which are perfectly mapped to the guest and host for clear sound management. With our layout established, let us open up a plugin and see what it actually does to speed up our multicam workflow. This first tool is famous for being incredibly fast, and the best part is that you can dock the user interface right into your workspace. You get a bunch of handy options here, ranging from specific track naming and camera mapping to custom presets for different energy levels. I named the audio tracks for clarity, mapped the cameras correctly, and then chose a cutting style that suited my video. You can easily set the minimum and maximum camera duration, which controls exactly how long the program holds a shot before switching. I bumped the maximum duration to 25 seconds because the vibe of this specific podcast is much more conversational and relaxed. I also prefer to just disable non-speaking clips rather than deleting them, so I always have a safety net if I need the original footage back. Once I hit the button to disable the silences, the plugin analyzes the tracks in seconds, and the cuts are instantly placed. The result is a clean timeline with automatic camera switching, some well-placed zooms, and everything ready for final tweaks. Creators love this option for its sheer speed and competitive monthly pricing that beats many other rivals on the market. The downside is that it lacks custom preset saving, so if you edit the same show every week, shut up, geek. You have to re-enter your settings every single time. Also, it is strictly for multicam switching, so it will not generate those viral social media clips you need for promotion. Now let us look at a second multicam editor that is a bit more feature-rich when it comes to preset management and backups. After logging in, you get a much cleaner experience where you can save speaker mapping and speed settings for your weekly show. I hit the button to create the multicam edit, and while it took about 25 seconds, it was still very efficient. What I really love about this specific tool is that it automatically makes a backup of your original podcast sequence. This is huge for archiving, even if the price is a bit higher and the editing speed is slightly slower than the first option. Finally, I tested a third competitor that is well known for advanced features like chapter creation and automated caption generation. This one allows for deep multi-step analysis, which is great for complex interviews or panels with more than 2 people on camera. The cuts were incredibly polished, but the process took about 45 seconds, which makes it the slowest of the bunch. While the extra bells and whistles like integrated captioning are nice, the learning curve might be overkill for simple 2-person podcasts. So where does Vizard fit into all of this? Unlike the others, Vizard is built around the promise of turning long-form video into viral clips. It is not just about trimming silence. Its AI actively finds those high engagement moments that are likely to perform well on socials. Instead of manually exporting a timeline and selecting bits, Vizard automates the entire discovery and packaging process for you. The real magic happens with the auto-schedule feature, which queues your clips across platforms based on your desired frequency. No more juggling exports and fill names. The AI handles the timing so you can maintain a consistent output without hiring a social manager. Of course, Vizard does not replace a heavy NLE if you need custom graphics or bespoke audio mixing for your main project. But for the repetitive task of combing through hours of footage for social content, Vizard is a massive time saver. If you compare the costs, you are paying for automation across the entire distribution pipeline rather than just faster cutting. My recommendation is to use those NLE plugins for your primary multicam cut, and then use Vizard to handle the clip discovery and scheduling. It effectively closes the loop and gives you back the time you need to focus on actually making more great content. Check the links in this description for trial options and pricing, and be sure to watch my other video on advanced framing techniques. Thanks for watching, and good luck juggling those interviews into a consistent stream of social first moments.